Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sunnydale Review. I'm Brian.
I'm Jillian.
Jillian, how you doing?
Good. I'm excited, but also not excited to talk about these episodes.
Okay, okay,
Got a
okay.
couple of interesting ones to talk about today.
That we definitely do. The first one we're talking about is She, which is episode 13 of season 1 of Angel. It originally aired February 8th, 2000, was written by David Greenwalt and Marty Knox, and directed by David Greenwalt. Greenwalt. Oh gosh. Like not pronunciating it enough. I'm sorry, David. If you ever watch this.
A lot, so you might wanna.
I know, right? This is very prolific. All right. So we open on a party at Cordelia's place. Wesley is dancing like an idiot. Angel is
So
really
good.
not enjoying himself so much. He's just being his normal, socially awkward vampire self. Wesley, on the other hand, as we said, he's dancing like an idiot. He's really enjoying himself. He's having a good time. And he wants Angel to come chat up some women with him, which is just hilarious. Like, Wesley, he's a good looking guy. He's just so not cool.
No, he's not a ladies' man.
No.
No.
He's no Sandy Rivers from How I Met Your Mother, another one of his characters. Um, so, a lady in a red dress comes over and compliments his sweater, but Wesley bombs at trying to be cool with her, as usual. Angel's having a little bit more success. What was that?
Wait, no. Doesn't he say something about she comes over, compliments his sweater, and is like, "Thanks, I'll have to tell the person who made it." He's like, "You know who made it?" Well, no, bought it at a store.
Yeah.
But it's like, Wesley, stop. Wesley, no, close your mouth, stop.
It's tough. It's tough. It's bad. All right, so Angel is having a little bit more of a successful conversation with a lady. Not that he's being successful, just that his attractiveness is carrying the day.
Yeah.
She is also the one who's talking most, and then she invites him to dance. She have a great scene where Angel imagines himself dancing, which is really goofy and very fun and funny.
This 15-second clip of Angel imagining himself dancing, which by the way, he has all of 2 moves. There's a lot of this
Yeah.
and a lot of this.
Yeah, the clapping, that's what kills me.
It's I don't know if it's as bad as Wesley dancing or worse.
I think it's worse. I have to say.
It really might be.
Yeah.
But yeah, and she's like, "So you want to dance?" And he imagines this, and it's hysterical. This 15-second clip saves this episode of me away from me giving it a 1. I'll probably end up giving it a 2
Christ.
just for this 15-second episode,
Oh my
15-second clip.
God.
I don't like this episode.
Wow.
But it's yeah, and then so he gets out of that. It's not a flashback, but his imagining of himself dancing, and goes, "Yeah, I don't dance." And
Yeah,
we're all like, "That's probably for the best, Angel."
Right. Like we have Faith imagining herself committing homicide, and Angel, well, imagine himself committing homicide on the dance floor, if we're being honest. Just terrible, terrible moves. So he declines and he
Spoilers,
leaves.
Brian.
No, this is in Buffy, remember? We already covered that.
Oh,
You know,
all right.
she stabs Willow in her homicidal vision.
Yes. Yes.
So Angel leaves the room and he goes to sit alone in the kitchen, and then Dennis, being a bro, brings him over a beer, which I think is a nice scene. I really like Dennis. I just like the idea of him being a background presence. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's very empathetic to the group, and he's kind of like a small caretaker in a way.
Right.
But it's so interesting seeing somebody he's a character, but he's not a character.
Right.
Because you never see him. But he has these just little moments, and it's like, oh, I like Dennis. Dennis is cool.
Yeah. So we flash to somewhere else, a warehouse, where a guy's standing over a box with a warning sign on it. Inside, something begins to groan, so he pries it open, which is a questionable decision. I think if that
Never a good
happened to
decision.
me, I would be like, huh, didn't hear anything. Not gonna get
Nope.
involved.
Mm-mm.
He exclaims, oh my god, and then the credits roll. The next morning, Angel comes to the office looking for coffee. Cordelia ordered it and apparently didn't get it ground, nor do they have a grinder. So she suggests that Angel uses his vampire strength to crush it. Oh, man. Cordelia lets Angel know that he sucked the fun out of the party and that Wesley was a lot more fun than he was. And to back that up, Wesley comes in and he says that he had a lot of fun and wondered if there's any leftovers to be had. So obviously, Wesley just joined the group. You know, maybe hasn't gotten paid too much yet. Doesn't have much in the way of meals for himself. Oh, no, sorry.
You don't make a lot of money as a rogue demon hunter.
No. So Angel, sympathizes with his plight and offers him a job at Angel Investigations, which is really great. I love this scene because like Wesley is very like moved by it, and then it gets undercut by Cordelia having a vision, which is a really gross vision.
Yeah. It should also be stated just before that happens, Wesley starts to cry.
Yeah.
He's very excited about finally, because he's been like wanting to be included in the group.
Mm-hmm.
Like even before this, and like one of the past episodes, he's like, hey, just wanted to come over and see if there was any demon like activity that I could help with, and also I brought this 3D puzzle if we want to do that. Like he's just so desperate for friends. He's like, I just want social interaction.
I think in one of them, he's just like, oh, I brought up your mail. And I was like, that's not our mail.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Jesus. So I think we're both on the same page here. We love Wesley. We're really happy that he got added to this show. Like, he adds a lot to it and a lot to the group in general.
Yeah, for sure.
So to the disgusting vision. Cordelia has a vision of the man from the night before who is burning up and his eyeballs pop, which is really gross.
Yep.
Just yes. Angel and Wesley drive over during the daytime, which is weird to me. I don't know if
Don't question it.
all right. They discover that the warehouse is an ice factory, and that's where the box was. Angel gets out to investigate. Inside, he finds the corpse, and the corpse has a wallet with a business card for a security company on it. Angel confronts a demon that's sulking around in the background. The demon, who is from another dimension, tells Angel that he is looking for an extremely powerful demon that brings with it chaos and destruction. So what do you think of this so far?
I hate what they're setting up here. It just I'll talk about it more at the end of the episode, but this episode kind of has a slight Buffy feel in the way that it's used as a metaphor for something really gross. We'll get to it.
Right.
We'll get to it.
I know what you're saying. Angel goes to the security office looking for clues. He uses a grappling hook to get in again. They want him to be Batman. No wonder Christopher Nolan wanted to cast him in Batman Begins. He's probably watching Angel, just like, this is the guy. He's already, like, somewhat portrayed him. Angel is... Alright, so... When Angel gets in there, he gets tossed across the room while looking for the files. The demon that tosses him across the room is a lady looking like she's straight out of the Matrix with leather and an old flip phone to boot. She's able to teleport close to Angel, which is pretty cool, but so Angel like tries to like put a chair between them and she just like teleports and like punches him. So she kicks his ass basically and then she gets a call to leave. Angel follows her in his car, and we have a fun scene of him trying to call Cordelia on his flip phone, but he's not having very good service.
Okay, it's
Yes.
literally a 3-minute scene
Mm,
of him like getting the cell phone out and then trying to figure out, oh, it's dead. I need to charge it, and it's okay. It's like one. It is a filler scene. Like they
mm,
needed 3 more minutes
yeah.
of something and said, "Hey, let's have a funny scene of Angel struggling to make a call from a cell phone." But
Mm.
then at the same time, it's like never put technology in your shows if you want them to age well.
Yeah, it's definitely like something that probably was like a joke in the writer's room or whatever. Like, oh, these newfangled cell phones, like, whenever I
Yeah.
need to make a call, it's always out of battery or I can't hear people. And they're like, yeah, we'll just put that in.
It's like it's
Um,
okay to write something you think is funny, but to realize on the day that it just doesn't play. It's okay to cut it.
Listen, they need 42 minutes, like it or not.
Oh,
So Cordelia fills Angel in on 4 other men being killed in a similar way to the guy in the ice factory. Angel wants Cordelia and Wesley to find the demon he ran into earlier. That demon's name is Tay. Angel follows the lady demon into an art exhibit. She tells the security guard that she's worried she's being followed by Angel. As security closes in around him, he gives an impromptu lecture on one of the pieces, which is, kind of fun. Shows his age a little bit, I guess.
yep.
So Wesley finds out what kind of demon Tay is. Then we go back to the art gallery, and in the back of the art gallery, a portal opens, and another female demon falls out of the portal. The first demon tells Angel to leave. The lady demon, who we don't know name yet, so this is kind of hard to like describe them.
Right.
But then Tay comes in with a few other male demons of his kind. There's a big fight. Angel picks the female demon side. Despite their best efforts, the girl is captured. The female demon says that the girl who is captured is going to be unmade. And we see the male demons start to cut off a growth called a coat on her spine. And this is kind of like back in Angel's place, the female demon explains to Angel that without the co, their power and their personality are gone, and they will be obedient to men. So yeah, not good, not a good thing.
No.
Could
No.
see why they want to escape the dimension that they're from.
Yes.
She tells Angel that her name is Jira, and that she was the first to leave her dimension for a chance at life here in our world, I guess, the Buffy Angel world. When the demons cross over, they have a fever, which can incinerate people, which is what happened to the men. So it's not like they intentionally killed anybody, but the men just kind of like wrong place, wrong time. Angel's not enthused by them killing these random guys. She says it's basically the price of their freedom, and she tries to leave, but Angel stops her. She puts her hand on his chest. It burns bright. They get very close to one another. They look like they're about to kiss, but then they don't. And she says she doesn't need his help and storms out. So just so much like Angel sexual tension in the back half of the season. I found it's like any
Yeah.
female character enters, Angel's like instantly attracted and overwhelmed by the proximity.
And it's like it never plays out, and it
No.
just becomes more and more frustrated. It's like you get a tease and they take it away. You get a tease and they take it away. It's like it's like they're treating the audience like a cat, and they're playing with a cat, and they keep giving the toy and taking it away. It's like, can you just commit to something?
Oh man. So
You've set up many options here, and you go with none of them.
right. So Wesley figures out the demons are vegetarians and they have to eat like a ton, like their own body weight and food every day. So they must be hiding somewhere where they can get access to that much like compost. So they figure out that there's this gardening warehouse, and that's the only place that they could possibly be, I guess. They see the male demons and the female demon from the night before. She's following the male demon's directions, and they are set to send her back to their dimension. Tay stresses the importance of finding Jira to stop this rebellion. All right, and last episode, a few episodes ago, we talked about Sean Gunn in Hero. Well, here's Sean Gunn again, but without any makeup on. So at a day spa, we see Sean Gunn again, making his second appearance this season after dying as a demon in Hero. This time he's a human. At least I'm pretty sure. There's no indication that he's not just like a regular human. He is like a huge hippie, like new age dude though, which is fun.
I choose to believe it's Kirk. And
yes.
Kirk just took a break from Stars Hollow to go run a day spa for a couple of weeks.
That was his odd job of the week. He's running that.
Pretty much.
Oh, man. Jura arrives and wants to check on the girls. They are all in the background of the scene, resting on ice and like giant, kind of like bathtubs. Jura is worried that Tay and the boys will find them. Sean Gunn suggests talking to his shaman, who will be able to help. This is very fun and silly. I think he's like, I've never known him to turn down scantily clad women in distress. It's like, that's good. that's great.
A great comment to make.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Different time, I guess. All right. So Wesley and Cordelia try to call Angel, but he doesn't answer. The demons find out where 2 tons of ice are being delivered every week. They realize that must be where Jira is keeping the girls who cross over. Angel realize. Oh, sorry. Yes.
Question: weren't
Yes.
they in an ice factory?
Yeah, it's convoluted. I don't know what to say.
Like, don't they make ice?
Right. So Angel realizes he has a shipping label that he took off the guy earlier, giving them the address that Jira and the girls are at. Wesley's like, we need a plan. Angel says, here's the plan. I start hitting people hard in the face. We see where it takes us.
I feel like it's such a Buffy line.
Yeah.
It's such a Buffy line.
Like that'd be something she would say. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good point. So Angel tells Sean Gunn and Jira that the demons are there. Sean tries to stall them, but gets knocked out for his trouble. He's doing a good job. He's like, yeah, we don't have any there, but can I interest you in like a mud bath or anything? And they just knock him out. It's like,
And then he goes back to Connecticut and starts working at somewhere again, the movie theater.
It's like never again with these demons. I'm done.
Like, I think I'm gonna go back to Stars Hollow now. Thank you.
Oh man. So Wesley and Cordelia escort the girls out. Wesley's very entranced by them, which is great. While Angel and Jira stay back fighting off the demons. I'm not sure if it's like part of the demon's powers to entrance men or how it works, but yeah, Wesley's very taken by them.
I'll talk about it at the end.
Okay. So Wesley and Cordelia come back to help once they get the girls like loaded up to leave. They get caught and they're threatened to be killed unless Jira turns the girls over. And Jira is like, no, and just leaves. But luckily they're able to get out of their situation, turn the tables, and take the demons out. Outside, Jira almost gets caught, but Angel stops the male demons from capturing her. Tay tries to explain to him that he can't stop or their society falls apart. Angel, being a human vampire of this world, can't understand their ways. Angel says, I know. So the demon says that Angel, being a human, can't understand his way. So Angel says, no, I don't understand, and I'm no human. And then he vamps out, and they fucking just leave. Like, oh, all right, man. Let's not do anything hasty here.
Well, because I mean, if they come from another dimension, they've probably never seen vampires.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. So it's like, nope, don't understand what's happening at all. So the next day, Angel's in the office and he's trying to make more coffee, and then he's like, to himself, like, all right, I'm gonna try to crush these beans, and they just explode everywhere. Just as Wesley walks in and he slips and falls on them. Which I think's a highlight of this episode. That's a really funny payoff from the beginning, right?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Jira enters. Angel and her go into his office to talk. She tells him that the girls are safe. He tells her that she almost got his friends killed, and if she vows to protect the innocent, that should include all dimensions. They come to an understanding of sorts, and she leaves, but not before entrancing Angel. He looks confused, and the episode ends. Special bonus scene of Angel and Wesley dancing at the party from earlier. All right, Jill.
Oh, it's so good.
So that's so good, but what's your rating for the episode?
Okay. Before I get to that.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry. So
No, don't be sorry.
basically, this episode is kind of a metaphor for cultures that practice female mutilation or female like genital mutilation.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what the whole they cut a thing off the back of the woman's neck. It makes her subservient. It makes her listen to all directions, be completely obedient, blah, blah, blah. The fever thing is supposed to be like the women being in puberty, and they have to essentially, like, they have this fever that they can't control. And whenever they're around men, and if they're like in puberty, it is that whole like entrancing thing. But then if they were to like touch the guy, basically they burn him to death. So the women, in order to control what they are doing to the men, rather than the men being able to control themselves, have to put themselves on ice to basically prevent men from falling in love with them and potentially like raping them or something. I don't know. It's really weird. I think that if this was something that was like on Buffy, where Buffy being the female protagonist lead, it might have been handled a little bit differently, but because it's on Angel, it's kind of a different situation. I don't really like the messaging in this one. It's very much a girls shouldn't be able to wear skirts of a certain length in school because it might distract the boys. Basically. They obviously take it to the extreme and throw the supernatural element in there, kind of like early seasons of Buffy did. But yeah, I like the very beginning of this episode and the very, very end post-credits of this episode. Everything in between I pretty much have a problem with, except for Wesley getting hired at Angel Investigations. It's like everything after Wesley getting hired and before the end credits is what I have a problem with. So for that reason, I have to give this like a 2. It would have been a 1 if we didn't have the great dancing scenes, and I have to imagine like David Boreanaz and Alexis Denisof filming those scenes and all of the crew just dying behind the camera, and all of the extras having to like hold it together. Watching them dance this way, because like what was it, Wesley is like doing like weird lunges and kind of like he's not gyrating, he's kind of extreme twitching, and I don't really know what's going on, but he goes with it. I give the actors so much credit for like doing things they wouldn't normally do. But the episode itself, no, pass, just gone. Make it go away.
I wasn't as hard, but I see what you're saying. I gave it a 5. It's nothing special. It's kind of a boring episode, like with some, like you said, uncomfortable, uh, I guess, side or underlying messaging.
Yeah.
So yeah, from that uncomfortable episode to another kind of uncomfortable episode, I've
Yeah.
got you under my skin. Season 1, episode 14. Originally aired February 15th, 2000. Written by, well, okay, so there's some notes here.
Yeah.
Story by David Greenwalt and Janine Renshaw, based on a teleplay by Janine Renshaw. And this was directed by R.D. Price.
I would like to point out that being out on February 15th, this was probably their Valentine's Day episode.
Yes, very romantic. So Wesley's trying to be helpful by providing Angel with a knife to kill a cat demon. However, Angel informs him that that species are extinct. So, not that helpful.
Gesture?
Cordelia is making brownies that apparently smell very bad. And then when she takes them out, they're very difficult to cut, so she uses the knife for the cat demon. Wesley protests, they argue, and Angel calls Wesley Doyle. And then there's a very awkward, silence, and he sadly walks off.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, brother and sister argue over toys. The mother comes in and tells them to go to bed. They protest, but their father, who everyone seems very afraid of, makes them go to bed. So this is the antagonist potentially for the episode. He then locks at least one of the kids' rooms, which is even more nefarious. Cordelia has a heart-to-heart with Angel about him not wanting to talk about Doyle's death. Angel says, I've been around death a lot. I've lost a lot of people. I've killed people. Cordy, and you are dead. Angel gives her a look. She's like, sorry. Just great. Cordelia always saying what she's thinking, as we established in Buffy.
No filter.
No.
She thinks it, she says it, that's her policy.
Mm-hmm. During this conversation, Cordelia has a vision of the family. So then Angel and Wesley go to stake out the house. While they're across the street, the boy from earlier is walking out into the street and almost gets hit by a car, but Angel saves the day. The boy's parents come out, and we learn that his name's Ryan. The father is very angry, while the mother is thankful, and they invite Angel inside to mend his shoulder injury from saving Ryan. The parents say Ryan must have slipped out of his window, even though they have bars on the windows, which is like, whoa, red flag. What?
Yeah.
Outside, Wesley finds slime on the house. The husband, whose name is Seth, is confrontational, while the wife, Paige, is more like desperate, seemingly, for interaction outside of her family. Paige invites Angel over for dinner the night after to thank him for saving Ryan. When Angel goes outside, Wesley informs Angel that someone in the house is being possessed by an Ethros demon. And that's what the very, glow stick slime is. What did he put it? The excrement of the Ethros demon.
Yeah, to which Cordy went, and you couldn't have said something about that before I touched it.
Yeah. Demon poop, as she says.
Yeah.
So Cordelia looks into the family and says that they've been moving from city to city. Wesley says that Lizzie Borden was possessed by an Ethros demon. How do you feel about when shows do stuff like this? When they input, real, murders and stuff, It always makes me a little uncomfortable, but I don't know. What do you think?
I think it's funny at some point, I won't say when, but they, what was it? They say something about Martha Stewart being either a warlock or a demon because no one could do that much decoupage without calling on the forces of darkness.
Yeah.
I think stuff like that is hysterical. As far as them trying to retcon actual tragedy stuff, Um, I mean, when did that whole Lizzie Borden thing happen? Was that like a
Like
current
the
event when?
1800s.
Okay, so not a current event when this came out. I think it's okay with them trying to make references to real life stuff just for the sake of like like referencing the world outside of their own in a way. Um I think that people who watch this show should be informed enough to know that like this is a joke and
Right.
not to be actually taken as fact.
They're like, yes, Lizzie Borden was possessed by an Ethros demon.
Yeah, and it's not someone who is like currently alive, so it's not like, you know what I mean? Like if they were to
Yeah.
go and start saying like, "Oh, this high-ranking political person who is a complete current event for the time that the show came out is, you know, such and such a demon or is a warlock or whatever." Like I think that would be different. Um I think like saying Martha Stewart must be calling on the forces of darkness to do the decoupage is hysterical.
Yes.
But I think that, you know, that if you're gonna say someone is actually like a demon, I'm trying to like justify it to make the Martha Stewart comment okay.
Right. I mean, with Mother Stewart is just like speculation, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in X-Men Days of Future Past. They say like JFK was a mutant. It's like,
Yeah.
this is a real person though who got assassinated. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know.
moving
Just please
on.
understand that any jokes they make should not be taken seriously.
Right. So they come up with a plan to expose the demon by having Angel bring brownies. I hope not Cordelia brownies, but it seems like they are. With this powder in them that will, bring the demon out of whoever's possessed.
I have a feeling Wesley made them. It's okay.
You think so?
If they're gonna put like a special powder ingredient in it, I feel like he would have wanted to oversee that.
Right. So they all have dinner. It's a little tense, but then they get to dessert. They get to the brownies, and the kids aren't too into them. The dad takes a bite, so we're all waiting for the dad, to be exposed. He starts choking on the brownie, so you're like, all right, this is it. But then it's kind of revealed that he's choking because his son's face is elongating. And it's more just like, what the fuck?
Which is a very interesting special effect. It's kind of terrifying, kind of hilarious. So,
right? So Seth stands up. This all happens. Angel's like, get away from him. He's possessed by a demon. All this. The mom's like, what the hell? You like poisoned us? And he's like, no.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. He's like, no. He was already possessed. It was just bringing it out. Seth actually stands up for Angel's actions to draw the demon out of his son. They make a plan to bring Ryan back to Angel's place to exorcise the demon. Seth does a complete 180 from his character earlier in the episode. He's very thankful to possibly be rid of the demon and to help his son out. So while they're at Angel's place, he tells the group that their family friend died in a fire. That's like very, very, very heavily implied that Ryan set.
Yep.
So Angel and Wesley try to get a priest to help with the exorcism, but when they get to the church, they find out that the priest had previously died while doing an exorcism of an Ethros demon. When the Ethros demon... What's that?
Convenient.
Yeah. Also, haven't we seen this? Just let Angel get possessed. Angelus will kill the demon. All good.
I think it's that they want some more practiced hands to actually pull the demon out of the kid.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Rather than figuring out what happens to the demon next.
So when the Ethros demon is expelled, it latches onto a new host with such force that the new host rarely survives. Back at Angel's place, Paige gives into the pleading of her demon son and breaks the binding powder circle that they had put around the bed that he's on. And for her trouble, she gets choked by her son, and they have to pull the demon off of her. So looking to prevent anyone from dying from the exorcism, Cordy goes to Rick's magic and stuff to search for an Ethros box that, the demon will be funneled into when they expel it from the kid. Back at Angel's place, Wesley has to step in to fill in for the priest. While he's doing this, he has to deal with the demon bringing up his childhood trauma regarding his father and being fired from the council and being afraid of what Angel is capable of. Also, during this, he breaks the circle himself, and the demon, mind power stabs Wesley in the neck with the cross, which is pretty horrifying. I don't necessarily understand how Wesley doesn't die from this.
I've no idea.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate point.
So
he just falls back and the cross is literally sticking out of his neck. It's how are you okay?
Oh man. So Cordelia gets a knockoff demon box because they don't have an Ethos demon box.
She should have just taken the trip to Sunnydale and gone to the magic box.
Yeah, for real. At least the owner. You call them. See what's up.
The owner of the magic box does get killed every other week, but I mean,
That's true.
their stuff, the actual stuff they sell actually seems to be legit. I mean, Willow shop there, so I mean.
Yeah, you could call Willow, check if she knows who's the current living owner of the magic box, and see if the inventory's there.
Get it overnighted. Come on.
Oh man. So the demon impersonates Doyle's voice, and when he does this, Angel wraps his hand up to grab the cross and does the exorcism himself. This really pisses Angel off that he would cross this line. The demon gets expelled and just completely demolishes the box on its way out. Doesn't help at all. Angel reasons that the demon will be weak in its corporeal form, needing to recharge on salt water. It will be in a sea cave, which is for sure just one of the cave sets from Buffy, repurposed with a blue U and with water drop noises in the background.
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it works for sure, but it's just so funny. It's yep, I've definitely seen this set on Buffy.
Maybe he was rooming with Adam.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, man. So while in the water cave, Wesley and Angel have a quick heart-to-heart about Wesley being afraid of Angel. Angel says, I know you're not going to kill me, Wesley, but you're willing to, and that's good. Angel knows so he can get out of hand sometimes.
Well, it's that he surrounds himself with people who know about Angelus, and that he trusts that if he did become Angelus again, that they would kill him. Because he has a very similar conversation with Cordy a couple episodes ago, where he's like, Cordy, if something ever did happen to me and I became that again, and she's like, oh, I'd kill you, Dad.
Cordy's like, I've been through it once, never again. He tried to suck the world into hell, so...
It wasn't great.
No.
So let's not do that again.
So they end up finding the demon. The demon tells Angel and Wesley that the boy has no soul or humanity, and he couldn't even get out of the boy because of how dark he was. The demons. Sorry. What?
I'm sorry. Okay. So they had to. The demon seemed to be fighting them through the exorcism. So was it not was it the boy somehow using the Ethros demon powers to be able to drill into Wesley's head and pull out his insecurities? It becomes very confusing as to if the Ethros demon wanted to get out of the boy because being in the boy was so horrible because he didn't have a soul and all this stuff. It's why was the demon fighting this at all during?
Yeah,
it just doesn't make sense.
Very confusing. Very good point. So the demon actually slept walked the boy in front of the car, earlier, trying to end both of their lives. Angel just kills the demon right there after learning this. It's like, well, I came all this way, so may as well just cut your head off. Back home, Ryan jams the door of his parents, steals matches, disconnects the phones, and begins spilling gasoline all over the floor. He lights his sister's room on fire, but Angel breaks through the window to rescue her. Wesley comes through the front door and brings the rest of them out. Kate shows up to tell Seth and Paige that social services will interview the child. Seth tells Angel that he just wanted to protect his son and hold his family together. Angel tells him that he thinks he did. Basically just did the best he could given the situation. And that is the end of this episode. So, Jill, what did you think?
Okay, I think it's interesting that they do the whole subverting expectations, because they initially set up kind of they put the clues in place that, oh, maybe it's the dad who's the demon. Or maybe, well, no, maybe the dad is abusive.
Yeah.
Second is maybe the dad's a demon. And then you find out, no, the kid is actually the demon. And then they do subverting expectations again with the whole, turns out the kid has no soul and is a complete psychopath and, tried to murder his whole family. But it had nothing to do with the demon being inside of him. The demon wanted to get out of him the whole time. So it's an interesting episode from that perspective. I don't think it has any long running ripples throughout the rest of the series. I don't consider it a watch. I consider it a skip. However, I'll give it a 6. It's not awful. It's not like a waste of your time episode. But it's just meh. Okay.
I actually gave it a 7 just because I thought the twists were good. I definitely rewatching it. I was like, oh yeah, forgot about this. What a surprise. So I was into it. I liked it. But yeah, like you said, it doesn't have long-lasting ramifications for the series.
No.
So with that, we're done with this episode.
Woohoo.
Woo. Jill, anything you want to add before we get on out of here?
If you disagree with me that she is not if you disagree with me and think that she is not a horrible episode, hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Jillian_Swan. That's Swan with 2 N's. And yeah, if you want to disagree with any of the points I made on I Got You Under My Skin, feel free to hit me up there as well.
Awesome.
I don't know. I just don't love that episode.
Right. You can find me on Twitter at @theFakeBMar. That's BMARR. You can also follow me on Instagram, and very new Instagram. Just made it yesterday at SuperMarBro, which is just going to be more like comedy stuff. So I can separate my real life from, this internet persona life that I have going on. So yeah, follow me there. You can follow the channel on Twitter at WGEverything, on Instagram at WickedGoodEverything, on Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything, and on TikTok. It's still around, so I gotta still, maybe I should make something before I say this, but I guarantee you by the end of this filming batch, which will be like a month worth of episodes, I'll have at least one new TikTok. So by then,
if it hasn't gone away.
If it hasn't been banned, exactly. So yeah, you can find us there. Thank you so much for checking out this podcast. If you liked it, leave us a review on iTunes. Leave us a comment down below on YouTube. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell everybody about the Sunnydale Review. We'll see you next time. The Sunnydale Review is a Wicked Good Everything production. Fan art of Buffy was created by Fishbone Art. The logo was created by Tamar Kutab. The original intro and outro song was created by Alex Carl.